Well, welcome back to Bear's Rod Shop for our quarantine quickie number 3. And we have so much on our plate to get done while we're in quarantine and not going to be able to go very far. Only me or the bride can go down and one at a time in a store. And of course, the stores have zero on their shelves. She was lucky today to get toilet paper. Don't need a lot. I have my own wand sprayer that we've had around since 2012 because she is an ostomy person, and also I am a back fuse person. So we have our own called Bear Benoit hooked to our toilet off a Harbor Freight hose, and yeah, we won't go on that. Some people, my daughter says I should share this, but anyhow, we use probably less than 3 rolls of toilet paper for maybe a month, so that don't scare us. Anyhow, the video 2 quarantine quickie was all about Grandpa's old tools. We got them all cleaned up. We'll show you these tools before they go into hidden drawers again. Not gonna sell them unless somebody just begs me for them, but I'm gonna put them back in, and one day I'm gonna build me a display probably across that wall. You can't see that wall, but oh yeah, yeah. All right. I'm gonna build a display and showing the old vintage 30s 40s tools in a display behind a glass case. That being said, let's make this thing short. Let's pick up the camera and let's go down in here to these old tools. These are the old egg beaters that you saw down on the floor on quarantine 2. They've all been cleaned. I am not taking off any more patina than required because I want these to look as original as my grandfather used, and they all work now pristine. There's egg beater 1. This one has the handle that removes, and it's got the little tiny awls. There's 10 of them inside this hidden handle. Not gonna unscrew it. You guys that are craftsmen know all about these. Pete over there at Tubal Cane, one time I saw some of them sitting on his bench, and I said, man, I admire those old tools. I own these, and these are all USA made. Absolutely killer. I love this. I had watched my mother back when we were young. These old scissors, and then you just flip that little wire up there, locks it, flip it down. You can't get any better than this. Sharp as the surgeons, you know. These were in Grandpa's shop. Sheet metal, pristine. These are Brown and Sharps. Brown and Sharp really made some really nice forged, tempered tools. And then you could flip this down, lock the handle. All right, that's all cleaned up. The last time you saw that was solid rust. Same thing. A little bit of effort, a little acid, and clean them up. And this being a trim saw, I don't know where the box is, but she is nice and clean finally after ages and ages setting in there and getting rusted. Soldering iron, screwdriver sweated on. Yes, tiny bit. This would be great. I will use this probably more and more often to reach really tight, long pieces that I can't tap. So these all will again go in the drawer. Here we got the ratchet. This is a not a Brown Sharp, but it's Stanley, and works. It's got forward and reverse. Same thing with these. Oh, I love these old tools. Norm over there at Yankee Workshop, he's probably got hundreds of these things, but I'm privileged just to have a few. everything now working. Labor intense, tearing them all apart, getting all the rust out. This one here is an unmarked Stanley, patent pending, but now it works. Again, this one here is probably one of the oldest ones I've got, and it has a hexagon for like Allen wrenches. So I need to put a new handle. I'll lay up a new handle, and I'll try to put back the patina. So this old saw here, yes, in the grandpa's shop, he would use this to rough cut out keyways, etc. I've also seen him bring this in and cut ice. You guys that had memories and fond memories of when we used to get ice hauled in. You know, we had to cut ice. We didn't have ice boxes. Up until I was in probably 4 or 5 years old. Still, the ice maker used to bring ice, and then he would chip and cut it. Soldering iron, don't know. Looks kind of like a modified chipping hammer to me, but this would be way too long for a chipping hammer. And this was, you can see the solder on it. Grandpa used to solder with this. Keys, number 5. It took me hours to clean this up. I could not put this in acid, so this was all cleaned by hand. The auger works. I'm going to have to make a new disc for it. I found another handle. It was missing a handle off of another drill. It needed a home, so that was done. And then the sausage grinder, would have had the stuffer, which this moves, of course, and you'd clamp it to the table. I love this old sifter. I had watched my grandmother for years sifting 2 cups of flour, and this thing, I am not going to put this in acid. I'm not going to clean it any further. It's just a keepsake. Nobody sifts their own flour anymore. And this one is from Yorktown, PA. Very, very fine sifter. And I had watched my grandfather actually sift gunpowder and make his own shotgun shells and Damascus ball deals. This thing is really, really fine. And then he'd put it back in her cabinet, clean it up, back in her cabinet. All right, America. This is, Bear's Rod Shop for Quarantine Quickie number 3. You got your ideas out there how to stay busy? Post them. Let's go. Stay busy. Don't get all stressed out about this, virus that's out there. Yes, it's serious. And one shocking thing was, I really want all my subscribers to look at Metal Shaper. Brian, Maria, Matt, and them. We have lost a wonderful, wonderful friend. I've never met Gary. He come down sick in about 3 or 4 days. He was gone from this coronavirus. This is serious business, guys. Stay home. Entertain yourself. Spend it with family. And dig out one of these, like a moped. You got one probably sitting in your dadgum old garage somewhere. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to put this thing, I've had 5 years, back serviceable. Will I sell it? Possibly. Maybe not. But I can mark it down, and when I do the paint scheme, I can say Quarantine 2020 was deadly. So let's stay busy, America. Subscribe, please watch, visit Bear's Rod Shop, and we are going to get back on the CJ5 1966. I'm going to put all these tools away, And you may not see another Quarantine Quickie if I don't get any more good comments. I haven't got any comments that they like this, but I want to try, and along with Jerry Kilpatrick, when he started suggesting this, like in my first and second and now third video, and old Pete over there at Tubal-Cain, love what you're doing there, buddy. Keep your videos coming, and we'll all stay positive and stay safe, America. Come back and see us. Bears Rod Shop.